Turnovers haunted John Paul II this week. Here's a peek at what went down.
It was 0-4 John Paul II against 1-3 Hilton Head Prep. But this wasn't two teams that were 1-7. This was the Hunger Games revisited.
It was.
Two teams that really, really wanted to win. Bob Stevens along with Chris Tremblay. They played a great game. Hilton Head Prep comes out with 34-26 victor. But it was that close all the way through.
It sure was. It was a game that we thought might be close coming in. You know, Hilton Head Prep lost a close one to Orangeburg Prep last week. The big question coming in was whether or not we were going to see Stone McDonald for Hilton Head Prep. We saw him right from the get-go. He was lowering his head right from the get-go. It opened up the offense for them, and it proved to be the difference as they won by only one score. But boy, what a dynamic game it was.
Yeah, we knew Stone McDonald could throw the football, and he threw a touchdown pass very early in this one. It ended up being a 65-yarder to Tyrone Calloway. But we weren't quite sure how well he would run, and he ran extremely well and really forced John Paul II to take that into account, and that, of course, opened up the passing game.
It did, and, you know, the passing game opened up. Tommy Stauffer had 3 touchdowns for Prep, all on a counter play to the left. He showed he's got some jets, and this is a Hilton Head Prep team now that has some new life, and they showed it at the end of the game tonight.
John Paul II now goes to 0-5, but there is hope on the horizon for the Golden Warriors.
Well, the Prep Head team, they had to win this one. They were 0-1. They couldn't afford to go to 0-2, and not that John Paul II wanted to go to 0-1. Obviously, they wanted to win, but they still have some squeeze room. They can win their next region game, get back to 500, and who knows what can happen from there.
Antonio Young, a great job running the offense. They made some fumbles in the second half, and that's really what killed them in their comeback. They got it back to within a score and had the ball in the final 4 minutes, but then put it on the ground one last time, and then that did them in.
3 times in the fourth quarter they put it on the ground,
yeah.
You know, and the last one, obviously, with under 2 minutes was the difference. But this is a John Paul team that Chris Myers, the coach, has to be happy with. They really produced a lot of good things, and, you know, it takes a few games for these things to happen, and the only thing that matters is region play, and I think they, you know, have some confidence going into their next region games.
Yeah, you hate to lose homecoming, but again, I believe they've got some momentum, even though they have a record of 0-5.
Agreed.
They did a good job. Wow, a good one. On a great Friday night in September. It's going to be Friday nights in October. Maybe we'll finally get the weather to turn a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Wouldn't that be great? Again, for Chris Tremblay, I'm Bob Stevens here in Hardeeville as the Dolphins of Hilton Head Prep beat the John Paul II Golden Warriors 34-26.